All right, Cooper Flag's NBA team is not who you think. Hey, shout out to AM Hoops. The more you make content, the more I make content, brother. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. Let's play the video. Let's not.
Crazy to think where Cooper Flag could get drafted. Oh, we know he's going number 1, but to where? The Nets? The awful Wizards? Maybe not. There is an actual chance he goes to a stacked team. This,
like what? Because I know where we're going with this. The worst team in the NBA hasn't gotten the highest pick in the draft the past 6 years, because the Pistons would have had like 3 or 4 of those picks, this, that, and the third. But I don't want to hear the Warriors. Don't want to hear the Kings. I don't want to hear the Heat if they miss the playoffs. If Atlanta gets 2 back, wait, no, they don't have their pick. I don't want to see him go to San Antonio. I want to see him go to Brooklyn. I want to see Cooper Flag go to Brooklyn. I want there to be some excitement around Brooklyn. I don't think there's been any real championship level excitement. Well, no, because I'm not going to say that, because they did have KD, Kyrie, and Harden. But we just have not seen in the Brooklyn Nets era them really draft a guy and him to be homegrown. You know, when they had those Kevin Garnett guys with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Darren Williams, Brook Lopez, these guys weren't homegrown. I think Brook Lopez was, but those guys weren't homegrown. You know, KD, Kyrie, you know, those guys weren't homegrown. Even the D'Angelo Russell stint with the Brooklyn Nets, which I think was the most fun Brooklyn Nets team, that wasn't homegrown either. You know, I think Cooper Flag going to Brooklyn, he's gonna have a real culture around Brooklyn. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. You know, New York is going to be a championship contending team, and Brooklyn's gonna have that upcoming superstar. You know, so who knows, man? Who knows? But I don't want to see him go to San Antonio.
happened tonight.
And I just got a feeling in the back of my mind, as a matter of fact, just in case it happens, Did my mic just, I thought my mic muted. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I want to show y'all what time it is. It is currently 10:17 on October, what is that, 10th? Yeah, today's October 10th. Thursday, October 10th at 10:17. I have a feeling that Wemby's going to the Spurs. I mean, not Wemby, Cooper Flag. I just have a bad feeling in the back of my head that Cooper Flag is going to be a San Antonio Spur. Why? Because I pray, please send him to the East, please. Just send him to the East, please. And I'm not even an East fan. I'm a Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan all my life. You see him. Where is he? Right there. You see him. I just don't want to see him go to San Antonio, man. It's going to piss me off. It's going to piss me off. It's going to piss me off. What's the Adam Silver? If you're watching this, don't send him to San Antonio, bro. Send him to Brooklyn. I'll watch him in Utah. I'll watch him in Washington. Do not send him to San Antonio. Please. Don't send him to Detroit. Hey, and between me and you, if you want to send him to Chicago, I'll look the other way. I'll look the other way while you rig the lottery. I'll look the other way. Anyway, let's get back into the content that we're supposed to be watching. AM Hoops, shout out to you once again, man.
97 to create a dynasty. The Spurs had good players, including David Robinson, who just won MVP 3 years earlier. But in 96, they had a ton of injuries, so they dipped into the lottery for 1 year and got Tim Duncan. 2 years later, they won the first of 5 titles. How is that fair? But it could happen again with Cooper Flag. The 2025 draft is insane. With all the picks that have been traded so far, it's hard to keep track. So let's look at where Cooper could land, because it could change basketball the next 20 years. But getting the top pick obviously is going to change a franchise. But a game changer in my life has been therapy. I mean, especially when I switched.
Yeah, if I ain't got no sponsorships, I ain't showing none either. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try.
Just a reminder of how the draft lottery works. The 14 teams that miss the playoffs are in the lottery with a chance at number 1. The 3 worst teams have an equal 14% chance at Cooper Flagg. The 4th worst team has a 12.5% chance, and the odds get worse from there. But anything can happen.
All right, let's take a look at this. Who do I not mind Cooper Flagg going to? That's Cup 1. You guys are going to see throughout my channel throughout the next few weeks. I'm about to record a lot of videos tonight. I have a lot to record, if that'll focus. It's not going to focus, is it? Okay, who cares? Anyway, you guys are going to see this same hoodie, this same cup of coffee, and throughout my next few videos, I'm going to tell you what cup of coffee I'm on. If you guys can guess correctly what coffee I'm on, or what cup of coffee I finished on, you get $50. You get $50 because it's going to be like 12 people who watch this video. And hey, if you stayed around for this long, maybe, who knows? Anyway, let's look. I would love Cooper in Charlotte. Ooh. Oh, what's hey, what's that announcer where he was like, oh. Hey, Washington is cool. You know, I wouldn't be against it, but Washington is Washington. Detroit, I don't want to see him in Detroit. I promise you, I do not want to see him in San Antonio. Charlotte's cool. Portland would be all right. Memphis, I think they're going to the playoffs this year. San Antonio. Houston, I don't think they're going to have a lottery pick this year. OKC might. I don't know what picks they confirmed have. I would love to see him in Utah. Would love to see him in Atlanta. It's going to be kind of weird to see how that goes, though, because you have Jalen Johnson and Zachary Reese-Sachet. But I'm not going to lie. If you get Cooper Flagg, Zachary Reese-Sachet is going to hit the bench. Or he better start trying to learn how to play the 2. Believe that. Chicago. Adam, I already told you. If you want to rig the draft, I'll look the other way. Me and the buzzer crew will look the other way. All right, remember that. Don't forget it, Playboy. Don't forget it. Then we got New Orleans. They need a big. So, Kaman Malak. Start learning. Start making your way around New Orleans, boy. And then Portland. All right, let's keep moving. Because this video is going to be 30 minutes if I keep pausing.
I mean, since the NBA set these new rules, it's been chaos. I mean, you could have a 6 or 3% chance and get the number 1 pick. Or you could have the worst record and pick 5th, which happened to the Pistons 3 times in a row. Yeah, so who is projected to be the worst franchise this year? It's tough because teams are actively trying to lose. Before he got fired at ESPN, Zach Lowe said about the Blazers, for example, they will be bad by design ahead of a loaded 2025 draft because it's not just Cooper Flagg. It's one of the deepest drafts in years. Potential franchise
Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, Nolan Trayor, Rocco Zakarsky, VJ Edgecombe. My boy, what's his name? My boy. I had him in 2K. I was doing an off-screen Atlanta Hawks rebuild. Jaleel Bethea. He was torching shit. Oh my God. Jaleel Bethea. Remember that name, bro. He gonna be torching shit in the league. I'm gonna be watching Miami just because of him. Just because of Jaleel Bethea. If you play on Miami and you're watching this, I ain't gonna lie. I just smacked my mic, I ain't gonna lie. But I apologize if you play in Miami. If you play in the Miami University, I apologize. I will not be tuned in because of you. But I'm sure you don't care. You're about to play D1 college ball, and I'm in my apartment making content. But who cares? Get back to the video.
Players like Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, and VJ Edgecombe. So why is Cooper this special? Well, he's 6'9" and just looked like an NBA player physically when he played at Team USA camp at 17 years old. Do you know how rare that is? Even guys like Wemby and Giannis look like kids at 17. Cooper.
Wemby. Nah. All right, come on, get back to work. Let's get back to work.
Like Wemby and Giannis look like kids at 17. I mean, Cooper's the type of guy who gets drafted out of high school if they still allowed that. He's a lead in transition at defense, a play finisher, scorer in the half court. I love that he is an off-ball star. Like, so many guys need to be the center of attention for the offense, like Luka, Trae Young, Tyrese Halliburton. Cooper is like, yo, I could fit anywhere. Just plug and play. But Kevin Garnett said something that makes Cooper different.
Did you see the Kevin Garnett podcast this week?
I did.
Yeah, he got superstar around him. I could see kids wanting to be like that and play like that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no badass, cold-ass white boy like this in a long time. I'm just saying. That's on some real
I don't think he considered Luka, because, yeah, Luka's a badass white boy, but when we mean a badass white boy, we mean American born on our soil. All right, man, let's keep going. Yeah, let's play the video.
Yeah, Cooper's probably heard
What's
that
next?
his entire
I'm gonna react
life.
to this.
So who is
What's
going to
this?
get the badass, cold-ass white boy? Well, we've got to start with
Let's
the really bad
overreact to
teams for
NBA
the
preseason.
surprising
Okay.
stacked ones. So tier
Recording
one
that
is
right up next
tanking
after I
teams.
make
The
my
Nets,
second
Wizards,
cup of
Blazers, and Jazz. Yes, the Jazz are trying to tank. Just look at their opening schedule. 16 of their first 25 games are against play-in or
Let's predict
playoff
this real
teams.
fast. Let's predict
And 4 of
this
the
real
other
fast.
5...
And for the people who are pissed already about me pausing, we're about halfway through the video, and our video is 11 minutes long already. Click on another video. I'm a small YouTuber. I need subscribers, but I don't need subscribers that bad. Dallas L, San Antonio. Who is this? Utah. Okay. Dallas L W L W. So they're 2-2. L 2-6. Clippers, that's probably a W, 3-6. Lakers, I know the Lakers. They're probably gonna drop. Oh, this is an NBA Cup game. In season tournament, LeBron's like 2018 LeBron. Okay, 3-8. Spurs, I say they win that one. 4-8. Knicks, they lose that. 4-9. 4-10. 4-11. 4-12. 4-13. 4-15. 14. I can count. 5-14. 5-15. 5-16. 5-17. 6-17. 6-18. 6-19. 6-20. Yeah. Definitely Cooper flag worthy. Definitely Cooper flag
against Wemby and the Spurs. You think that they're trying to win after being dead last on Christmas? No, Danny Ainge is smarter than that. Next is the Brooklyn Nets. They got their own 2025 first-round pick back to tank. And if they get Cooper, the plan will be to build through the draft with a ton of picks. Look at these first rounders. They're going to have 3 picks in 2025. 2026 has studs like AJ DeBonsta and Cam Boozer. One problem is Ben Simmons. Is there a chance this man wins them so many games he screws it up? You are never going to believe this.
It's like
but Ben was seen hitting threes in an open gym this offseason.
We've seen that so many times. It's like a yearly cycle. Yearly. It happens every year. It's like Dallas. At this time of year, every single season, which there will be a video out about my take on Ben Simmons, just waiting for my thumbnail artist to finish that art up. So if you want to hear about that, you got to hit the subscribe button. Anyway, that's like clockwork, man. We always talk about Ben Simmons. Either way, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm not pausing no more.
Just kidding, he sucks. But worst in the West is the Blazers. I would hate if Cooper Flag went to this team. I am sorry. But recent top 10 picks, Shaedon Sharpe in 2022, Scoot last year, now Donovan Clingan. Don't get me wrong, Clingan, Cooper could be amazing on defense in the front court. But is there a single future all-star there? I mean, I'd be afraid of another Dame Lillard situation. Great player who feels stranded with bad teammates. So tier 2 are teams that aren't trying to tank. They just suck. The Hornets.
Why are we so quick to give up on Scoot? Why? That is very aggravating. That is very aggravating. He had a really solid end of the season. He just needs to cut down on them turnovers. I think he was giving about 16 and 10 for the last month of the season. He had like 5 turnovers a game though. You got to cut that down. But in the end of the day, point guards struggled their first season. Russell Westbrook, De'Aaron Fox, these guys struggled as lead guards. in their first season. That's like a quarterback in the NFL. Oh, he struggled. Yeah, because it's his first season as a quarterback in the NFL. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle. Like, let's not saying he's not gonna be an all-star already. I saw Andrew Wiggins be an all-star starter. I watched Zaza Pachulia get like top 4, top 5 votes in the 2017 All-Star game. Let's not act like Scoot can't be an all-star. Let's not act like that. Let's not give up on my guy Scoot too early. Like, I gotta defend Scoot now. Look at where we come.
Raptors and the Pistons. And speaking of bad organizations, can you believe Detroit and OKC started their rebuilds in the same year? Thunder just got the 1 seed. Pistons still a disaster. Do they even deserve Cooper Flagg? We know Cade Cunningham is good, but Ausar Thompson, Ron Holland, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, iffy. Hopefully the new GM knows what he's doing, but for Cooper's sake, no. Hey, the Hornets would be fun. Can you imagine a young core of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Cooper Flagg? I think Cooper and Mark Williams would provide two-way play around Melo, B. Will, and Miles Bridges. But Tier 3 is good, but not good enough. The Rockets, the Bulls, the Hawks, and the Spurs. Cooper and Victor Wembanyama would change the future of the NBA. But the interesting thing is how this actually could happen. Most people think, oh, they're too good to get Cooper Flagg. I mean, every team that Chris Paul has gone to gets better when he joins.
Yeah, I'm pausing it again. Yeah, I'm pausing it again. Yeah, I'm pausing it again. The Spurs aren't going to be that good. Like, let's pump the brakes here. Victor Wembanyama, he's going to be great. 9 times out of 10, as a matter of fact, I will bet $200 on it. I'll put $200 on it. He's going to be an all-star this year. I'm confident. I'm confident on that. He's going to be an all-star. It don't matter if he puts up the exact same numbers he did last year. He's going to be an all-star this year. That I can agree with. He's going to be in the most improved player conversation, the defensive player of the year conversation, even though I don't think he should get both or either. I'm not a Wemby hater, by the way. It's just me telling the truth. But this team is not good. This team is not good. If Wemby misses a span of 9 games, they can go 0-9. This team's not good. It's not good. The defense is still ass. CP3 and Harrison Barnes don't change that. The only thing that changes now is Wemby's probably going to be off of minutes restriction, and he's probably going to score more points. That's the only thing that's going to change with this team. This team's still going to be ass. They're probably going to win about, I don't give them more than 31 games this year. I don't give them more than 31 games. So please don't buy that Spurs stock. You can buy all the Wemby stock you want, but don't buy that Spurs stock. Do not buy that Spurs stock. You're going to waste your money. You're going to waste your money.
This is the win percentage of teams before they got CP3 and then year 1 with CP3. The most shocking example is the Thunder, supposed to be the worst NBA team, but got better than the final year of Russ and Paul George. How is that possible? Plus, the Spurs were bad last year to start, but got better and better. How could they lose? Actually, there's 2 ways. Number 1 is if Victor Wembanyama gets injured. And I know we don't want to think about that, but it's a possibility. The second way is the Hawks pick. San Antonio has Atlanta's unprotected first from DeJounte Murray.
I don't think there's a single soul that's going to watch Spurs games if Wemby goes down. Outside of the fans, I don't think there's a single soul that's going to watch that. So especially in a league where we get so much basketball every single day. I'm not watching. I'll tell you that. It is so hot.
Wins the lottery like they just did last year. Coop and Wemby team up. But the Hawks have a backup plan. See, in the summer of 2019, Anthony Davis got traded. Pels got back a bunch of players and Laker picks. 2025 just got traded, though, from the Pelicans to the Hawks for DeJounte Murray. So now, if the Lakers miss the playoffs, the Hawks get in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes.
Too bad
but the final
that's
tier
not happening.
is the
Too bad it's
stacked
not
teams
happening.
with a legit chance.
Not
First, the OKC Thunder.
Won't happen.
NBA GMs just said they've got the best young core by far in the league. Got the #1 seed, but could add Cooper Flag? How? Well, the Clippers' best player is Kawhi Leonard, who hadn't played over 70 games in 8 years. His sidekick,
yeah, the
35-year-old
Thunder do
James
have
Harden.
they pick.
And no matter what, OKC
sick.
gets their pick.
sick.
No one
That
was
is
happier to see
sick.
Paul George leave
that
LA.
is
And the
sick,
West is
bro.
so stacked.
Imagine,
There's an actual chance this happens.
Imagine.
But what
Hold
about
on.
the Warriors?
Hold on. Imagine. The Clippers are fighting for dear life. Dear life. And then the Thunder get the #1 pick off of their trashness. That is sick. Clipper fans, ooh, it is a tough time right now. It is a tough time.
Remember
So
2020? Kevin Durant.
Let's just put this in the hypothetical world. Let's say you let go of SGA. Yes, you let go of SGA. He becomes an MVP caliber player. You let go of another pick, which I think was J-Dub. The pick you gave up ended up being J-Dub. The Thunder got all your picks for the next couple of years. They are now way better than you. And to sprinkle the cake, or to give you your 13th reason, they get Cooper Flag in the draft off your pick. Ooh. Nah, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. That's wild.
Left. Clay was out injured, and 5 games in, Steph broke his hand. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, KD and Clay ain't on this team. We are one big Steph injury away from them going top of the draft again. This time, they'll make the James Wiseman mistake. And the third team, I cannot believe I'm saying this, is the New Orleans Pelicans. Think about how stacked the West is. There is a legitimate shot NOLA doesn't make the playoffs. And if
don't
that's
have them making
obvious,
the
like
playoffs.
with a month or 2 left in the season, they could tank for
And
a higher
this is the
pick.
thing,
Remember,
this is the thing,
this team
because
just got
the NBA season is right around the corner, and I know the video is almost over, but I'm going to pause it again. The NBA season is almost around the corner. The NBA season is around the corner. You know, it's right around the corner. And people are about to start making their standings predictions, including myself. Yes. There's going to be a team that you like that isn't going to be in the playoffs. And that's just how the West is going to be this year. There's going to be a team that you think is good enough to make the playoffs that just won't make it. They just won't make it. Because this West is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. But I have 2 teams that I think will not make the playoffs that made the playoffs, or one team made the playoffs, one team went to the play-in. I think the Warriors and Clippers are not making the playoffs next year. I just don't. And then the third team I'd probably, because I think there are about 12 legitimate playoff teams in the West right now. You know, the 3 teams that aren't, Jazz, Blazers, and Spurs. I don't think there's a world one of those 3 teams make the playoffs. The other 12 teams, I can see it. The Clippers, I might just add to that because Kawhi's missing I don't know how much time Kawhi's missing. And if you start out 3-8, you're not going to the playoffs, bro. You're not going to the playoffs. And I love shitting on Clipper fans. So this is fantastic for me. Anyway.
Zion with a 6% chance at #1, and it could happen again. But the Pels also made my offseason mistake list. There's actually a ton of teams who did really stupid.
All right, man. Cooper Flag's NBA team is not who you think it is. If you guys like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.